In a year that demanded heroes, they weren't in short supply. And those whose efforts have helped us all fight back against the virus are now being honoured.
We started trials here in the first wave.
Professor Andrew Pollard oversaw the development of the Oxford vaccine, which was achieved in just 8 months. He's been knighted for services to public health, but says credit should go to a lot more than just him and his team.
And perhaps even more important are the people who took part in the clinical trials, who actually made this possible and have brought this vaccine that's now being delivered all around the world.
So they're heroes as well, I guess.
They are all heroes. They're all part of this army that's been fighting against coronavirus with us.
Leading that army was Kate Bingham, chair of the Vaccine Task Force. She's been made a dame, as has Professor Sarah Gilbert, another of the life-saving vaccine pioneers.
And it's because it's the double whammy.
Their colleague Divya Chadamanik led the clinical trials for the jabs, convincing manufacturers to conduct them in Britain. She's been made an OBE, the culmination of something she says began with what her father said when she left home in India to study in the UK.
He said, do good, be good, and do something amazing so that you do get to meet the Queen. My dad did pass away in December, so for me this is an ultimate culmination. The honours is an ultimate culmination of, I hope I've done good, I hope I've been able to do something, and at some point maybe meet the Queen, if not in person, but at least this comes just as close.
These pans, they look rather big, but they just about make all the food that we need.
But it's not just the scientists who have made a difference. Anju Ahluwalia runs a charity feeding London's homeless and has been awarded the British Empire Medal. Before the pandemic, they were cooking 900 meals a week at most, but when COVID hit, that became 5,000 as they responded to all those in need.
Some of these people, they didn't have money because they had been furloughed, or they didn't have jobs, or they were self-employed and they couldn't prove that. They didn't know where their next meal was coming from. And I'm a massive believer in that every single human being on the planet needs to have at least one hot meal a day.
Footballer Raheem Sterling is among the non-COVID related honours, given an MBE for services to racial equality in sport, while there are knighthoods for 2 prominent Tory donors, philanthropist William Adderley and Trailfinders founder Michael Gooley, who have been honoured for services to charity. Their companies both donated £500,000 to the Conservatives in the run-up to the last election. But the overriding theme of those being recognised is the pandemic, the worst of times, bringing out the best in many. Ivor Bennett, Sky News.